Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. How y'all been? Y'all been good? Good, I missed y'all. I really did. I have been wanting to get back to in front of this microphone for a while. And I could not sleep last night. And so now it's 9:33 in the morning. So that's why my voice sounds like this. And I just wanted to talk to y'all, my listeners, my people, to just say that, I'm thankful that I gave myself a chance, right? Like, I can remember being in front of this microphone or whatever microphone I was using at the time and being just so sad and so hopeless and not knowing what I'm doing this for, what am I living for? What am I here for? And I'm glad that, I just stuck it out at least. And when I say that I stuck it out, I feel like that's something that I don't just say lightly because it was hard, right? I remember, I was talking to my best friend yesterday, and I was like, I remember sliding down the wall, crying, just not knowing what to do. And come to find out, that's the beauty of life. You can do whatever you want. I just didn't know that. So at that time, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to live, right? And I remember praying, asking God, why me? Right? You know what? I'm done. This is where I end. Just take me, right? And then I just kept waking up. Life just kept lifing. And I didn't understand how to handle life then. And so now I'm at a point where I know kind of what to expect. Like when life gets hard, when things seem bigger than what they are, I don't have to just give up, for one. Because I always thought giving up was an option. Couldn't find out it's not the best option at all. Like, you could at least try, and you might even get somewhere when you try. But I had to learn what it meant to try, what it meant to want to try at least. And it's not like I didn't know that, it was just unfamiliar to me because I was so focused on all the bad things going on in my life that I couldn't take time to see the times where I tried and it worked out for me. I tried and it didn't work out for me, but I learned a few things along the way. For example, I always talk about how I used to sell life insurance. And that's because that was something, when it fell into my lap very randomly. Like, I just got this random email and I didn't pay it any attention. And then I got a phone call and they're like, hey, we sent you an email inviting you to da da da. And I thought it was one of the jobs I was applying for, so I went. And then I found out that, I did. And I was like, this is pretty cool. I can do this. And then I went for it. I studied, passed the exam, became a life insurance agent, right? And I was all for it. I was ready to work hard, do what I need to do. And at first I was making a little money, and then it stopped. And I didn't know why. I didn't understand why. And it's because usually when you're doing something like that, you want to have a network of people that you can talk to that trust you and you know their situation rather than cold calling, because that's just a numbers game at that point. And so I was like 22. I didn't really have that big of a network because when I was in college, the people I talked to were in college. They weren't thinking about life insurance. And so when it didn't work out for me and people kept asking me well, why don't you sell life insurance? Well, I felt like it was pointless for me, right? When it actually wasn't. It just wasn't the right time for me. It just wasn't for me. But I'm glad I got to experience it because I learned that I'm pretty good at talking to people. I'm pretty good at helping people. I love helping people. And those are good qualities about myself that I was just overlooking and not paying attention to because I was focused on everything going wrong in my life. And so I gave myself a chance to look back at my life and see what I've learned, right? Put together my own personal resume And it turns out I learned a lot. Like, it takes a lot of skill to be able to talk to a stranger on the phone and tell them that you're going to come to their house and teach them about something, and they actually open the door and let you into their home. Like, that's just so, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But I just always talk about life insurance because that's one of the things that I got to prove to myself. That one, I could pass the test and do it. I was working in this big building in Atlanta, and it was a skyscraper. And they put rain nets on the outside of this building, y'all, because it was raining, and I was looking over, like, the city of Atlanta. And I was like, wait a minute. These windows look like mine because I put rain nets on my windows. And somebody was like, yeah, they put rain nets on the outside of this building. I'm like, dang, y'all got money. Right? Like, I felt like an adult. And then I had adult responsibilities. I had a DoorDash to make gas money. Like, and then I just always, I guess from that point, I chose what was easier, which was a pattern that I've had since childhood, right? Choosing what's easier. So it's easier to let that job go and say, oh, I'll just do something else instead of fighting for what I wanted. But in this new chapter that I'm in my life, I want to fight for what I want. I want to want the good things and not worry about the bad, not let the bad keep me up at night anymore. Because, y'all, it is no fun to toss and turn. And so, yeah. I forgot to tell y'all, welcome back to the Life of Lex. It's your girl, Big Lex. Or Lex, just call me Lex. But, yeah, my life is a roller coaster like always. I'm always up to something random. Doing something I never thought I'd do, and most people never thought I'd do. Like climbing on top of hay bales and wearing a cowboy hat. That's something I really always wanted to do, is like wear a cowboy hat. And so when I do it, like, it's my inner child just shining through. And a lot of things that I'm doing now are really just me healing my inner child. And apparently that makes me look younger, y'all. But I just want to keep doing the things that I never thought I'd be able to do, and the things that I put my mind to do, like, because life is so beautiful. There's so many opportunities. If you want them, they're yours. Like, and that's just such a beautiful feeling to feel after feeling so bad about life for like a long time of my life, to just wake up and say, you know what? I want to have another good day. And then doing everything I can possible to make sure that I have a good day. And it's such a beautiful feeling. And I just owe that to God first and foremost. Like, y'all, when I tell you I was laying on the floor and I was like, God, I can't do this anymore. He was just like, do it for me. And I didn't know what that meant. I was just like, well, what do I do? And that's the beauty of it all, because just do it for God. Like, whatever you do, commit your works to God. I think that was my Bible verse of the day, actually. Let me check. Yeah. So the verse of the day is, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Proverbs 16:3. And that's coming out of the Common English Bible, because I need y'all to simplify this, okay? Like, a lot of people read like the King James Version. Nah, baby, I need the Common English. Break it down for me, okay? What was they saying? But yeah, like, I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't know what to do. I thought that meant to do what I wanted to do, which, I mean, yeah. But it also meant that I needed to devote myself to something. Because if I didn't know what I was doing it for, then it wasn't going to do any good. And I learned that last year because I didn't know what I was getting up in the morning for, and going to work, going to the gym, going to the movies, going to the park. Like, I was just doing all these things and looking like I'm living a better life, but still deep inside I was insecure and afraid and doubtful, and it didn't get me anywhere. But I had to learn to let God just direct me, right? Show me how to let go of the doubt and the fear and the insecurity, because it don't serve me. It don't serve nobody. For you to show up insecure, doubtful, and scared, you should just stay at home. And me, when I find something I like, I want to be there. Like, my job now, it is such a beautiful place. Like, all my life I would pass by it, go to it a couple times, like with my family or school field trips. And I didn't understand how beautiful it was. I even worked there when I was 16. But this summer, I got to just see everything and just appreciate God's work. That this little bitty place in this little bitty town has so much to offer. So much beautiful nature to offer. And then one day I just came to work and they're like, hey, here's some pumpkins and you just painted them. And we painted them the same color orange that they were. And so I just kept painting pumpkins and painting pumpkins. And if you know me, I need to have music at all times to keep me quiet. And so when no one else was painting pumpkins, I was in control of the aux. So I'm playing music that I like and I'm singing, and when everyone left and it was just me and the pumpkins, I knew where the microphone was that went to the speaker. So I just started singing, like having karaoke for 10-15 minutes out of my day, just to free my mind, for one. Do something that makes me happy, makes my inner child happy, and then go back to painting pumpkins, like no harm found. And then I just ended up doing a whole lot more than I thought, because I appreciated what God had put before me, because there was just so much to be appreciative for. And it just led me one direction and then another and another. And next thing you know, I'm helping out, because they have this thing called Pumpkins at Callaway. And so painted the mini golf. I was putting out hay bales, putting up pumpkins, decorating, finding things in abandoned buildings. I've just been doing so much. All because I didn't let doubt keep me in a box. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And if you follow me on social media, you'll see the videos of me singing the pumpkins. And my social handles are I Wanna Lex You Up with 2 X's on all platforms. And it's so funny when I tell people, but you know what? I'm grown now. I Wanna Lex You Up is my social media handle. If you don't like it, it's cool. I don't care. It's been there since I was like 13. But anywho, I'm going to get out of y'all's hair. I just wanted to tell y'all that and tell y'all I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love doing this podcast. But love, peace, and chicken grease. And, you know, like I always tell you, please don't go fucking up nobody's say, because it ain't cute. It's not very cutesy, not very demure. Okay, it's very ignorant. Very, you finna get blocked, okay? Bye.